talking about the different services in Colorado Springs. So I thought it would be helpful if we talked about which utilities company we use out here, some of the different banks, trash, malls, shopping centers, things to do, all that fun stuff. Colorado Springs Utilities is the main utilities company. Like if you're gonna buy a house within the Colorado Springs proper area, you're likely going to be using Colorado Springs Utilities. Now, there's a lot of controversy around Colorado Springs Utilities because they kind of almost tripled our rates. So we were initially paying, under $300, and ours didn't go up too much. I want to say that maybe $350 or more, but I've seen other people in some of these Facebook groups that were talking about utilities going up, almost $700 a month when they're used to paying around $300 for about 2,500 square feet. So that's been a huge concern and frustration. There's even a petition that just went out about holding Colorado Springs Utilities accountable for their contractors and their bids to get the work done. Anyway, there's a whole thing about it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to expand on that, because it's a big deal. It's hard when we don't have control over how much we're going to be spending on utilities. So we almost went the route, and we probably will eventually once we kind of get our mind wrapped around doing solar, because there are houses that have a very low, $25 bill, but because they have solar panels on their house. So that is something that we're probably going to see a lot more here in Colorado Springs. But if you are living in different areas of Colorado, so we got Black Hills Energy. There's a list of them in this relocation checklist. I also did a video on that, so I can link that below in the description box as well. Some of the trash services I like to use SoCo Waste, mostly because honestly I really liked their trash bins. They're really cool, really nice blue color with our logo, the colors of our state, and they have really great service. The owner there is very kind. I've spoken to him a couple times, and very helpful when it comes to trash service. So great reviews on that one. I've also heard Infinite Campus is good. We've done GFL before, and honestly, I haven't heard too many good things. We went with SoCo Waste because it was cheaper. And as soon as we did, a lot of people were saying they weren't coming to get their trash. They were going, weeks behind, which I empathize with, because I know that it's hard to find good labor here lately. People got comfortable with the pandemic and unfortunately are staying home more. So some of the banks that we use, there's Ent Bank. It is a very popular bank out here. ENT Bank. We also have US Bank. And then we have Chase Bank. So these are all like the bigger banks that are a little more convenient because there's a lot of them around town. So if you need to stop at the ATM, it's just a lot more convenient. There's usually one on the way to wherever you're going, maybe a little bit out of the way. But then you have smaller banks. I did see a Bank of America, which I think is new because I thought they were gone, but then they came back. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but I did see a couple of those popping up in our area. And then if you're local here and you're watching this video, let me know in the comments what your favorite banks are. Some of the grocery stores here, we do have the King Soopers, and then we have a Safeway here. We have Sprouts for organic. Sprouts is really popular. We have one on North Powers, and then we have one on North Academy, north ends of town. So that's where you can go to get all of your organic. So you probably heard about Sprouts, but we love it here. The fruits and vegetables are very affordable, inexpensive, and that's where you'll go to get all of your produce and organic, better options for you. And then of course we have Walmart everywhere. There's a lot of Walmarts. The little marketplaces are everywhere as well. So we really have a lot of places that you can get your groceries from there. So shopping is kind of cool. We have shops at the Briargate. We have University Village. Up on the northwest side of Colorado Springs, kind of by UCCS. So that is convenient to have. We've got Kohl's, Costco, and Sam's Club, those bigger bulk stores that a lot of people like to shop at. So lots of different options and new businesses popping up left and right. We've got a lot of new hair salons. I'm seeing, back in the day, we didn't really have a lot of options. Now it's like we have so many options, you kind of get analysis paralysis on where to go and where to shop, where to get your nails done and all that fun stuff. Now, we don't have like the super fancy shopping. You're going to have to go to like Cherry Creek Mall, which is closer to Denver, a little more north of Colorado Springs. We do have an IKEA more in Denver. So if you want shopping like that, where you can get like really nice designer bags and things like that, you'll want to go to Cherry Creek Mall or the other malls in Denver. So that is just an hour north of Colorado Springs. If you want a more robust and shopping experience, you've got like the 16th Street Mall down in Denver. That's really nice. You can walk through. So a lot more stuff in Denver, but again, we're the second largest city in Colorado. So we have a lot of the things, but not all of the things. You'll go to Denver for that. So our shopping malls are like Chapel Hills Mall, and then we have the Citadel Mall, which the vacancy is just getting worse over time. You know, people shopping online on Amazon instead to get their main products, but those are your options. So like the Chapel Hills Mall has this really cute train that goes around. So that's fun. If you're looking more for just an experience, we also have an outlet mall in Castle Rock, which I want to say is about 45 minutes away in between the Springs and Denver, like near Highlands Ranch area. So you can go to that outlet and, you know, they've got Coach stores, they've got Nike shops, all kinds of stuff over there in the Castle Rock outlets. Now, when it comes to cable and internet, we have a couple different options. We have Xfinity and then we have CenturyLink. Now, it really just depends on what part of town you are. CenturyLink might work better in specific parts of the area. Northeast, probably. Xfinity might work better where you live. So the best thing to do is just get some information from the seller, from the neighbors, and ask them what service they use for cable and internet, and then go from there. If they hate their internet, then maybe you can check out what the neighbors are using and see how they're working that out. Some people are using a Roku, so streaming everything instead. And so there's not very many options when it comes to cable and internet here in Colorado Springs, but people are making their way around it. So anyway, that's all I have for this video on kind of life in Colorado around shopping and kind of how we navigate our lives here. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. I'll leave my number in the description below this video. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you do so, and I will see you next week. Thanks. Bye.